Again this week, I've been noticing the signs of spring everywhere, with flowers and blossoms and summer fruits. Earlier this week, Craig and I headed up to a local reserve just 5 minutes drive away from us, and it is so beautiful, so peaceful. This is Puketoki Reserve, which was donated to the community back in 1926, and today is a 34-hectare protected native forest. The history of the area is that it was previously milled for timber. These forest areas in New Zealand are commonly referred to as native bush. A tram track ran through this area to transport timber, and the tramways can still be seen along the walking tracks. There are 2 tracks. One takes 10 minutes and the other 30 minutes. Both are loops. An old piece of track here showing how the logs were actually moved back in those days. Then across the road is a beautiful stream. And it's such a peaceful spot. The rain has stopped now, so it's time to get out and get some more jobs done. The first of my poppies are out. Sid is having a little sniff about and wanting to take off under the fence to find something in the paddock to roll in, but we're keeping a good eye on him. It's time to bunny-proof the strawberries. So at the beginning of the season, I came back from being away and all my strawberry plants were pulled out. So I am not risking it now that we are seeing the new baby rabbits. Thanks to my engineer husband who worked hard on this, we've got a great solution. Now, if you remember the rocket flowers I showed you a few weeks ago, I've now got those drying and I'm going to take the seeds off those so I've got more to plant later in the summer. Lunchtime, and today I am making cottage cheese pancakes. The recipe is over on my Substack, which is a blog that I have just started. So I'll be putting recipes there, I'll be blogging, and there will be other content there in time as well. So this is super easy. All of the ingredients go into the blender, and then they're simply made like any other pancakes. and they are delicious with Greek yogurt and raspberries. Time to get ready for my ski trip now. I've been dumping things on the spare bed all week. What's happening? Where's your mama going? Yeah. All packed up and ready to go. We are off. We have plenty of snacks. The weather was pretty wet on the way down and windy, but we made it in good time. We're approaching the Chateau Tongariro. This is a hotel that was built in 1929, and sadly it was closed in February 2023 due to a high earthquake risk. It's a beautiful old building, and Craig and I were lucky enough to stay there for a couple of nights about 10 years ago now, I think it was. Once we got to the top of the mountain road, it was snowing, and it was very windy and very cold. We actually couldn't believe how numb our fingers were by the time we walked from the car park to the lodge. But as the sun set, it was absolutely gorgeous, and with fresh snow there on the ground, it was very pretty. The end of the season, so not a lot of snow, but beautiful all the same. This is the beginner area where we went down to first. Neither of us had skied for more than 15 years, so we were quite happy down in this area here that is a very gentle slope. And then it was up the mountain, so onto the gondola and up to the bottom of the first chairlift, and then up the chairlift we went. It wasn't long before we needed to stop for a hot chocolate and a bit of a rest. And it was really great looking out the cafe window at all the skiers on the slopes. Grooming machine there that came rather close to me at one point when I was skiing down the mountain. It was just so great being up there again after so long. Skiing was something I really, really loved, so to have the opportunity to have another go and to be able to do it was fantastic. A very happy me there at the end of the day. Headed back inside to get warm, and a beautiful end to the day. Clambering down the rocks as we left the lodge on our final day, and our drive home was somewhat overcast as well, but not really that wet. And it seemed to be no time at all until we were back in the Bay of Plenty. And it was time to sit and reflect and read and catch up with Craig and myself, and of course with Sid once I got home. Time to do some junk journaling. I've been wanting to do this for a while, so I've unpacked everything and it's in my office on half of my desk. Lots and lots of bits and pieces here. I've got books and stencils and pencils and scissors and glue and you name it. buttons and all sorts of little bits and pieces that I have bought over the last few years. So it's time to have some fun with this instead of leaving it sitting in the cupboard. Some tea and coffee dyed papers there. A box of lace. So many different laces. And a very special garment here, my brother's shirt. My brother who passed away at the end of 2019. I'll do something with that at some point, just deciding what. More bits and pieces. A dictionary that I bought at a charity shop that I use to take pages out of for projects. It's certainly fun playing with paper and all sorts of other things. So tonight we're having Buddha bowls and we've got tomato, avocado, beetroot, corn, edamame, mushrooms and sauce and a tofu scramble. Delicious. We have these about once or twice a week